There are some places in this world that don't just haunt you. They break you. Tonight, we're rediving into one of the most disturbing psychological horror films ever made. 1408. A story about a man who didn't believe in ghosts until he locked himself inside a room that didn't need ghosts to destroy him. The story follows Mike Enslin, a cynical and emotionally detached writer who makes a living by investigating supposedly haunted places and then exposing them as frauds. He doesn't believe in the supernatural. Not anymore. After the tragic death of his young daughter, Mike stopped believing in anything, especially God, ghosts, or miracles. To him, fear is just psychology until he receives a mysterious postcard. It contains only a few words. Don't enter 1408. Mike tracks the message to the Dolphin Hotel in New York City. When he arrives, the hotel manager, Mr. Olin, tries desperately to stop him from staying in room 1408. Not in a dramatic way, not angrily, but seriously. He explains that over 50 people have died in that room. Suicides, heart attacks, violent breakdowns. No one has lasted more than 1 hour. But Mike doesn't care. He thinks it's a marketing trick. And that decision is the biggest mistake of his life. At first, nothing happens. The room looks normal. Classic hotel bed. Paintings. Window view. Mike even laughs. He starts recording notes for his book, mocking the haunted reputation. Then suddenly the clock radio turns on by itself. A cheerful voice says, "We've only just begun." The timer starts counting down from 60 minutes, and that's when reality begins to collapse. The temperature drops. The walls seem to move. The paintings begin to change when he's not looking. The door won't open. The windows won't break. The phone connects him not to the outside world, but to something inside the room. And the room doesn't attack him physically. It attacks his mind. It recreates his deepest trauma. His daughter's illness. Her hospital room. Her final moments. The room forces him to relive the guilt he tried so hard to bury. Time loops. Reality bends. At one point, Mike believes he escaped. He thinks he survived. He reunites with his wife. Months pass, and just when he feels safe again, he wakes up, still inside 1408. The room never let him leave. It builds Ope, only to crush it, completely broken and emotionally shattered. Mike realizes something terrifying. The room feeds on despair. It doesn't need ghosts. It is the nightmare. In a final act of defiance, Mike decides if he can't escape, he'll destroy it. He sets the room on fire. Flames consume everything. For the first time, the room loses control. Depending on the version you watch, the ending changes slightly. In one version, Mike survives the fire and reconciles with his wife, but the horror may not be completely over. In another version, he doesn't survive, but either way, the message remains the same. Some rooms aren't haunted by ghosts. They're haunted by pain, and sometimes the scariest place you can be is alone with your own guilt. 1408 isn't just a horror movie. It's a psychological breakdown. A story about grief, denial, and a man trapped inside his own trauma. So tell me, if you were warned not to enter room 1408, would you still take the key?